After the passing of King Von, many rappers in the industry fell apart. However, the two rappers who fell out the most were NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk. The beef between the rappers stemmed from NBA YoungBoy's associate Cuando Rondo's involvement in the passing of King Von. However, for the first 2 weeks in January of 2022, Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy have been going at each other, and the beef doesn't seem to be ending. Keep watching to find out about the beef between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy. The passing of King Von. In order to talk about the beef between NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk, we have to trace the beef to its origin. You see, it all began after one of Lil Durk's childhood friends, King Von, was murdered by one of NBA YoungBoy's goons, Cuando Rondo. It was only just a couple of days after he released his debut album that King Von was shot and killed at a club in Atlanta. His passing surely left his fans in huge shock, as they were only just getting to know one of their favorite rappers. Not only were his fans shaken by his passing, but the rap industry was shaken as well. His death sparked a huge beef between the O Block and 4KT gang members because the O Block members believed that King Von was killed by one of Cuando Rondo's guys, a rapper who is in the 4KT gang. You see, these rappers and their goons only went out partying at a club in Atlanta when the tragedy struck. The rapper was out partying with his goons at Monaco Hookah Lounge when a fight broke out between his group and Cuando Rondo's crew. As seen in footage from the night of the accident, the fight was taken outside the club, and just as King Von was throwing punches, shots were fired, and he got hit. It was these shots that alerted the cops. However, the police only came in after King Von had been shot and taken to the hospital. According to the Atlanta Police Department reports, they did not find King Von at the scene when they arrived, as he was already taken to the hospital by his goons. King Von was pronounced dead in the early hours of November 6, 2020.
This shooting made national headlines as officials confirmed one of the 3 people shot and killed was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends.
The entire O Block paid their respects to Von, as they considered him one of the best rappers from the O. Reports claim that King Von and his crew made the first move at Cuando Rondo and his guys. Fans couldn't understand why King Von attacked Cuando Rondo, since he claimed that he was on good terms with NBA YoungBoy. You see, the day before his death, King Von revealed during an interview with academics that he had no real issue with NBA YoungBoy, and there wasn't an actual beef. They're saying that a lot. He said, "It's like we got the same issues and you know how the internet would try to make it." NBA YoungBoy diss track. Now, the two rappers weren't quite at peace, as there was still some bad blood between them over the death of King Von. However, NBA YoungBoy set the beef up a notch after he released a diss track dissing O Block and King Von. And shortly after that, he released another diss track where he hinted that Lil Durk would end up like his friend, King Von. You see, the first diss track NBA YoungBoy released was Bring the Hook, where he called out King Von and the entire O Block set. NBA YoungBoy said in the song, "O Block back and rolled up, murder what they told us, and let a boy get pulled up." A direct mention of O Block definitely sent out the message NBA YoungBoy was trying to pass across. The lyrics caught the attention of Lil Durk, who replied to YoungBoy via social media. He posted, "Don't claim it if you ain't do it. You still a." Durkio captioned his Instagram photo, which finds him flexing stacks of cash, chains, and posing next to a canvas of King Von from his Welcome to O Block album photo shoot. After Lil Durk's reply, NBA YoungBoy went on to release another diss track where he said in the third verse of the song, "All these trying to be the biggest rapper while I'm trying to wrap him in a body bag with a toe tag in a lab meeting with the pastor. I don't give a my just like your friend, you'll bite the dust. That ain't blood, you ain't ready to see some brains around the club." NBA YoungBoy topped off the beef by posting a picture of himself posing next to some dollar bills that were laid out to spell out, "You gon' die," while a second picture showed him squatting next to the money that spells out, "Stay safe." Lil Durk reaction. After NBA YoungBoy released his first diss track, Lil Durk sent out a message to NBA YoungBoy, responded to the picture with his own dollar picture. "Hurry y'all up." Durk spelled out in dollar bills on the stairwell in his post. He is seen in the photo covering his face with even more cash, and in the caption he wrote, "We colorblind, so we still see red," which fans think could be in reference to YoungBoy's Colors project that dropped on January 21st, 2022. The two rappers haven't said anything about their beef since the last exchange they made. Other rappers involved. There are other rappers involved in the beef between NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk. And from the looks of it, it's safe to say that every rapper in the industry is involved, since they will have to pick sides while collaborating with either of them. However, from the recent controversies, it's clear to see the rappers that are directly involved. Let's start with 21 Savage. You see, back in 2021, 21 Savage went on an interview with DJ Academics, where he revealed that many rappers in the industry would no longer work with NBA YoungBoy. According to 21 Savage, the rapper's loyalty made them side side with Lil Durk mostly because of his popularity on the charts. When DJ Academics asked about how YoungBoy hasn't received any support from the industry, 21 Savage responded by saying, "You know why that like that? It's their sides." He said, "You got him in Cuando and a lot of with Durk. A lot of ain't gonna with YoungBoy because they with Durk. You don't really gotta pick sides, but it's like I don't know. You gotta be a certain type of artist to be able to just be in the middle. Can't no say they no street be in the middle if you really with a." When it was asked if 21 would pick a side when there's serious beef between two artists, he confirmed he would. NBA YoungBoy also dissed 21 Savage in the Know Like I Know diss track, where he made reference to Big 4L, which is associated with 21 Savage. You see, when the diss track started making media rounds, King Von's sister, Kayla B, made a tweet about being a Big 4L member, indirectly telling us of her association with 21 Savage and his crew. And according to reports, she was in a relationship with one of Big 4L's members, 21 Lil Harold. NBA YoungBoy came across the tweet and made sure to include 21 Savage's Big 4L crew in his diss track, where he said, "What'd she say? What'd she say? She said Big 4L." Cuando Rondo. Another rapper involved in the beef is Cuando Rondo. You see, this shouldn't come as a surprise, as we all know that Cuando Rondo and Lil Tim were the cause of the beef in the first place. However, Cuando Rondo has also spoken about how most rappers no longer want to partner up with NBA YoungBoy and the 4K Trey crew due to the whole incident with King Von and Lil Durk. In an interview with The Breakfast Club, Rondo said, "People don't like us because they know we don't with nobody." Cuando said, "If I feel like I need to do a song with her, I'ma do it with YoungBoy. A lot of trouble comes our way because we're not open arms." Cuando Rondo hasn't really spoken much about the situation, but we sure know he had a huge role to play in the beef between the rappers. NLE Choppa. Rapper NLE Choppa also found himself involved in the beef between NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk after NBA YoungBoy released his Bring the Hook diss song. In the song, he dissed the entire O Block as well as the late King Von, who was proclaimed the king of O Block. NLE Choppa replied to Lil Reese's tweet, where he claimed that NBA YoungBoy wasn't a demon rapper and he just wasn't as good as all the other rappers. The tweet read, "That ain't no demon time. He just rapping like the rest of these rappers all rap." Now NLE Choppa replied to the tweet saying, "I stamped that." Now it was quite surprising for YoungBoy's fans, as NLE Choppa was supposedly on NBA YoungBoy's side. NBA YoungBoy responded with the diss track for NLE Choppa, where he called him out and asked him to stay out of grown folks' business. In the Know Like I Know song, NBA YoungBoy aimed at NLE Choppa saying, "Hey, I bet your mama be destroying when we sing your stupid guy for making statements choosing sides about my beef with them little boys. I can say I saw it, can say I was your favorite. Better stay up in your place round and get your face split any day." NLE Choppa never responded directly to NBA YoungBoy directly. However, insider reports claim that the two rappers are far from being on good terms. Yaya Mayweather. Although not a rapper, NBA YoungBoy's baby mama, Yaya Mayweather, somehow found herself involved in the beef between the rappers. Amid this drama, a post began floating around that was allegedly from Yaya Mayweather, the mother of YoungBoy's 1-year-old son, that reads, "Ain't nobody gonna play with Kentrail, and that's on my son. And if that Asian dog won't smoke, it's up." After the message went viral, Yaya quickly hopped online to say that post was fake. "I ain't never posted that. Stop making fake posts and involving me in stuff that has nothing to do with me." Rumored reconciliation. Several rumors have been making media rounds about the two rappers reconciling their beef. However, sources are claiming that Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy met at a restaurant in Miami to squash their beef. Fans do not actually believe that the rappers squashed their beef, as NBA YoungBoy is currently under house arrest in Utah, and it would be a violation if he travels to another state. But the rumor of the reconciliation has been going far and wide, and according to the reports, here's how it went down. Reports claim that the rappers showed up at the restaurant located at 2650 Northwest 207th Street in the predominantly black city of Miami Gardens after they both received an anonymous invitation. According to insider sources, the rappers were invited by three of the rap industry's most influential leaders, Mos Def, Nas, and Kendrick Lamar. The three rap gods met privately to discuss the state of rap music and spent a considerable amount of time discussing the Durk/YoungBoy beef and how it's destroying the rapper's generation as well as the industry. Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy both enjoyed a meal before they got down to the business that has their fans fans pleading with them to stop before someone else is killed, and their own children end up fatherless. After a 2-hour-long conversation, Lil Durk and YoungBoy agreed to use their star power for helping instead of hurting their community. In a first-of-its-kind partnership, the rappers both agreed to invest their money into a foundation that will establish and provide mentoring, support groups for young black boys growing up without fathers, and gun buyback programs in each of their hometowns, Chicago and Baton Rouge. The two rappers agreed that growing up without their father was difficult, and they want to help other young black men in the same situation to avoid some of the heartaches they suffered. They have asked their entourage to join them in making peace, not war. They also pledged to use their immense talent to create music that uplifts the black community, encourages generational wealth, and promotes positive fatherhood. Now, many people are in doubt whether or not this reconciliation occurred. However, insider reports from both the rappers claim that the meeting did in fact take place. Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy are, however, yet to confirm the meeting and make a statement on the outcome of the meeting. But the fans sure hope that it is real, as these beef and death threats are beginning to leave the fans scared and confused.